If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. So I was doing a little research and I was wondering what Playstyle Plus combos we have not seen yet. Because oftentimes EA can tell you what they think the best Playstyle Pluses are based off of how often they give them out to certain cards. Now there is some nuance to that and we'll talk about that, but we did this last year too, and I think it is very helpful to see what does EA think the best Playstyle Pluses are, right? Because they make the game, they clearly would have the inside information on what they think the best ones are. And yeah, last year I think we made this video on my main channel or just in one of my daily videos. I think we just talked about it for a while, but there's a couple things I want to discuss. So first of all, we all know Finesse Shot Plus is probably one of the better ones in the game, right? But the thing is, you actually do see Finesse Shot Plus cards a lot on 2 Playstyle Plus players. I mean, you got a lot of cards here. Out of the 157 2 Playstyle Plus cards, you got 25 and you've got 30. So 30 out of 157 actually have Finesse Shot Plus as one of their playstyles, which is actually quite a bit for just one of them. You might see that and go, well, okay, obviously Finesse Shot Plus is one of the best and they put that on many cards. So can we even look into this stuff really? And I still think we can. And one of the reasons for that is that Finesse Shot Plus was added to a lot of cards post patch in like pre-team of the year time. I think the reason for that was because they want goal scoring to be higher. They didn't like the fact that it was super low scoring or just super defensive heavy. So they added a lot of cards post then with Finesse Shot Plus. So I think that's the reason we're seeing this right now. And here's one example of a Playstyle Plus combo that you just don't see. And that is Finesse Shot and Quick Step Plus. Out of the, 30 we just saw, there's 2 cards with Finesse Shot and Quick Step. And that's this Matrita that just came out. And then Team of the Year Vinny is the only other card in the game with those 2. So you can see how stingy they can be giving out certain combos. Like they'll give out Finesse Shot Plus, but they won't combine that with something else that's super duper OP unless you are Team of the Year Vinny or Team of the Year XYZ, right? Now, Finesse Shot Plus and Quick Step Plus, that's not surprising. We know those are 2 really good ones. So we'll look at some interesting combos in one sec, but then also they need to sell packs, right? So for example, let's look at Incisive and Whipped. Just combine those 2, right? One of the better passing play styles, and then Whipped, well, there are 0. And if you just look at Whipped Pass Plus with 2 Playstyle Plus players, there's 4 of them in the whole game. So the reason for that though is mainly because it's not that good or that useful. It's not that it's not that good. It can be useful, but as you guys know, headers got nerfed big time. That affects Whipped Pass. So you might see this and go, oh, it's because it's really good. I think that's just because they want to sell packs, and Whipped Pass Plus doesn't do that. There's like that nuance in there where they want to sell packs, but they don't want to give out the crazy play style cards. So the first one I noticed is that of the 152 2 Playstyle Plus or 3 Playstyle Plus cards, there are how many with Incisive and Pinged? 2 of kind of the consensus maybe best passing playstyles according to the pros, keep in mind. Well, there's 1, and it's just KDB, the 3.5 million coin now KDB. I'm just going off of like a pros tier list here, right? Because I feel like they would probably know best, at least in terms of like the top end play styles. You might play a bit differently, but Incisive and Pinged, right? We have 1 card so far released in the entire game with Incisive and Pinged combined together. And there are pros out there that do say actually Incisive isn't the one that's up there. It's Pinged and Tiki Taka. That's like those are the best 2. And if we look at those 2, well, we once again end up with 1 card, and it's Rodri. So people I think sleep on Pinged Pass a lot. So less so this year than last year, but Pinged Pass Plus should not be slept on. Pinged Pass Plus, the pros love it. EA think and obviously are showing us that they really think it's one of the better ones as well, because they do not combine that one with other passing play styles, it seems like. But then the absolute biggest one that I wanted to talk about in this video was Intercept and Anticipate, because Intercept Plus for a center back right now, if I should go and look at center backs with Intercept Plus, just one of them, right? With 2 playstyle pluses, you've got Nesta and Cannavaro, who they were like, actually Intercept Plus makes these cards good enough to the point where let's give them Slide Tackle and Acrobat, right? So apart from these 2, you've got the best center back in the game. So with center backs, Intercept Plus, EA do not like giving out, and I think that that's because it is insanely good. But this right here actually made me start this video. I was like, wait, there's no Intercept Plus center backs really. If you actually take off the 2 playstyle pluses and just do this meta center backs, I mean, look at all of these ones that are maybe you would say in the power curve, quote unquote. Kusanov gives that other Evo, right? And then other than that, you've got the base Cannavaro, this Marquinhos card, this SBC Bailly, and SBC Marquinhos as the only other ones, and they have 1 playstyle plus. So EA definitely want to hold off on Intercept on center back specifically. And if you go and check Intercept and Anticipate combined, we have a total of 0. Nobody has these 2 playstyles. So for me, in EA's eyes at least, it's pretty safe to say they think these are the 2 best defending playstyles in the game, because we haven't even seen a single card yet released with both of them. them. And because intercept is so rare, combine that with Bruiser too, which I love, and you end up with one card. It's a CDM. And of course, they gave Joao Gomez Bruiser because guess how tall he is? He's 5'9". They thought, okay, well, we can give him Bruiser because it's not going to be that OP. It's still actually Bruiser plus on shorter guys can still be okay, but it's not nearly as good as giving, I don't know, Musa Sissoko Bruiser, right? And that's why if you've been watching the daily videos, you might see Nesta in my team. I wanted to try him, and I think center back intercept plus is going to be like a necessity at some point here, in my opinion. It'll become easier when we end up with 3 more often or whatever, but for right now, with the amount of playstyle pluses we've got, it's hard to find it, and I would recommend trying that and see if you like it a lot. And okay, as we know, a couple that we never see is rapid and quick step, and I actually low-key think we don't see rapid and quick step combined because EA think it might be redundant. I think that actually having these two combined might not actually do that much, honestly. Now, there is a new card that came out, Yonj Daughter, and I believe you can give her rapid and quick step, right, with this new Evo. Yeah, right here, Star Power. If you guys have used this card, it's the only way to get rapid and quick step right now, I believe, unless you have some sort of Evo chain out there. If you've used this card, I would love to hear, because I want to know if it seems redundant a little bit to have both of these combined, or if it doesn't. Because even last year when we had 4 playstyle pluses on some cards, EA wouldn't give these two combined. So I wonder about that. But okay, here's one that maybe you wouldn't think of as being OP, but first touch plus and technical plus. Combining these two, there is nobody. And I remember vividly last year, I'll actually just show it to you. I think it was a George Best card. I believe last year, go to generations quickly. I thought it was maybe a George Best card. Yeah, right here. Team of the Year icon George Best had first touch and technical. And people didn't like this card for a lot of reasons because he has 0 shooting play styles. And people didn't like that last year, but I always, for some reason, like this card a lot. First touch and technical is a crazy combo that we actually have not seen yet, which I think is definitely strange because first touch isn't one that everybody loves, but I'm telling you, when a card with this combo comes out, it's going to be insane, and this combo is not out yet, which is strange. I think that maybe it's just by chance, but I think EA maybe know that, yeah, it's an insane combination. And going back to EA's stinginess with Intercept Plus, they also, guess what? Like one of the best combos for a center mid or CDM you can find would be Intercept and Incisive. And guess what? There are no cards with both of those either. Scroll back down. Okay, Intercept and Pinged, because that maybe is up there as well. What do we got for this? We've got nobody. How about this? Intercept and Tiki Taka. Well, let's see. What do we got? We have one card, and that's that Future Stars Pavlovich, who I have heard people say this card is insane. He's up like 100K from like the first couple days he was out. So we only have one real like top tier, S tier meta combo of playstyle pluses on a midfielder with Intercept. So once again, read into this what you may, but we just haven't seen it yet, right? And they're both insanely good. They want to sell packs. Why don't we see them? Well, it's probably because they're very, very good. And going on to keepers now, Rush Out Plus is like the #1 keeper playstyle right now. All the pros say it's actually too good. And I think your average FUT Champs player is probably realizing how good Rush Out Plus is right now, and it's annoying. But of these 5, only one of them has Rush Out Plus at all, and it's Emi Martinez. So EA probably know that as well. That's really, really good, and they only gave it to one of the cards so far. And here's a pro player's best playstyles in each position as well, and many of these we've talked about already. He actually has first touch in here, which you don't see many people talk about, but I actually fully agree with that. A lot of ping pass on many positions here as well, and he also does not have quick step. He has rapid in these places, which I actually don't necessarily agree with. And if you compare the two, how many 2 playstyle plus cards have rapid compared to quick step? Let's take a look. Here's all the rapid players with 2 playstyle pluses. You've got, I think, 25, I think in total. Yes, it's exactly 25. And many of them are super duper expensive, but that's kind of what most 2 playstyle plus cards are at the moment, besides the really low ones like down here. But how many have quick step plus with 2 playstyle pluses? And you end up with 5, 10, 15, 16. So it's less. Is it that noticeably less? I would say maybe it's 25 to 16. Looks like EA are slightly more hesitant to give out quick step plus, I think just because it's insanely good. And these ones are actually debatably even more expensive than the rapid ones. So the non-meta ones, I mean, there's almost none actually. You got Larson Gutierrez, who's a left back with long throw, Kouassi, who's got acrobat, Larson, who has chip, and then that weird Inform Matrita they just juiced out for no reason. Bino Gittins has Trickster, which is great base playstyle. Playstyle plus is kind of, you know, hit or miss for me. So it does to be looking deeper, actually. Quick step plus, EA definitely think that one is better. So if there's a combo down here you think is crazy that people don't really have, then let me know in the comments and we'll talk about that. Yeah, I did this last year. We might do it again when it gets to 3 play styles, but I definitely every year around this time I want to look through when we go through a playstyle plus number change, what play styles do they not seem to give out together. I kind of like looking at that, and there might be something that we can kind of all take from what they show us. So that's it for me. Thank you all for being here. Of course, subscribe if you're new. Love you all. Peace.